Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US stocks for the 24th of the June, and we're covering Microsoft, AMD, Tesla and Home Depot. So with Microsoft here, we've hit a major trading level 2 here, the 200. So we can expect the market to stick to this number for a little while. So this wave 4 to wave 5 here may not be finished, probably not finished. We're looking for the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and then an ABC pattern through here, the classic trading levels pattern for this. So that would look like this here. So the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level for the wave 5, and then the ABC correction coming into play there. So let's go in and have a closer look at this on the 4-hour chart here. If you've been long here, then we need to be out now at the 200. And the idea is to look for 5 waves between wave 4 and wave 5 coming into play there at that particular level there. So just on the tick chart here, let me just get in a bit more data here for that. That's 20 ticks, so I want to look at 100 ticks. So with this here, just shooting the breeze, so wave 4 here, looking at this as wave 1, 2 here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for wave 3, back for wave 4, and then 1 and 2 here, and well 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, fourth wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the fifth of the fifth. Now this may move higher from here. However, it does count as completed, but I know that these are not easy to count, these particular waves in these US stocks, so we need to take that with a pinch of salt. But look, any move above 204 we could look to go long. In fact, you could bring that down a little bit there as well from that point. It does appear that we're starting to get an impulse wave down through here, so we may pull down further. Other stocks have got further to go up, but I know the psychology of this, and the market will want to pull back into this particular level there. So, but anyway, we've moved out of this at 200 because we just trade to the level and get out. That's what we do. So with that in mind, let's move to the next stock, which is AMD. I can find it. There we go. So this one here has just been traveling sideways, and from wave 3 to wave 4 here, and we just got to stay with the triangle here. So we're still looking at 1 and 2 and 3, A, B, C, D, E here for 4, and an A, B, C here for wave 4 of E here. So, and then wave 5 of wave 1 to the upside for that, and then back for wave 2 here. So this still has more to unravel here for this. So last time we spoke, we were looking for, well, this really, and looking at this to pull down one more move. So I can move that over a little bit and move that out of the way a bit and look for wave E here of wave 4. We can also move the trigger to go long down here a little bit further for that. I'm not interested in trading it short down into this leg, but you could if you wanted to, breaking these evens here. I'm more interested in getting this leg up here for that market. I'm moving through quickly because I want to recap some of the other stocks. So Tesla. So Tesla, if I can find it, here we go, still sticking to 1,000, which is trading level 1. We consider number 1 the strongest number in the market, be it 1 cent or 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 or $10 or $100. So in this case here, we're looking at, from the low here, we're looking at 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. Now, what we can do here is we're still looking for a move higher than wave 3 here. So this can pop to the upside now that it's traveled sideways here. You could look at that as a corrective continuation pattern there. So if I just go to the tick chart perhaps, so we can look at it like this here. So we're looking for wave 3, down for wave 4 here, and look, it may be counted already completed to this little number here, but I'm thinking that we're going to be we could pop higher from here, because we count this as 1, well, 1 2 3 4 5 for 1, no, up there, sorry, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 2 3 4 5, the third, fourth, and a dodgy fifth wave here. Look, it could pop up for the simple fact that it's carried sideways, but the only way that we should trade this if it takes out the 1,110 here. So a long trade at 1,102, 1,012 at that point. You could probably get a better entry, but just be a little bit mindful. We'll probably expect further lows to come in play, because this appears to be corrective at that stage. So we'll just see how it goes. And we could probably count this down as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, then an ABC. So probably further down. But I don't want to trade against the trend here for this at the moment. I'll just dull these out here for the moment. We're probably in there as a top already, but anyway, I mean, if it's going to leave the 1,000, we need to be on that train. So Tesla, so HD, Home Depot. I'll take it out to the 4-hour chart. There's nothing really to go on here either, except we have a setup here, just carrying on from last time we spoke. So just counting up through here is 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave here. Missing a little fifth wave there. Not sure where that went in the night, but there we go. Put it back to bed. There we go. So looking at this as wave 4, so we should pop up and make a new high here. So what we can do here, if I can just clean these up here from last time, we've got that little pullback that we're looking for, and it is a bit of a setup to go long here. So what we normally do is to take that high, then down to that high, and now we can take this high here. So a move above that there, which is 253. Okay, so I've just got that in as a pending order, so that's cool. Yeah, we'll just see if it pops or drops, but if it pops, we've got to be on, and simple as that. So I won't go into that's just exaggerate, but that's the kind of thing we're looking for at this level here. It may not occur, and it doesn't, nice if it does, nice if it doesn't. Either way, we'll just see which way that unfolds, but we should be seeing another move above this top here for that. But this could all just be part of wave 4 too here. You know, there's some stock, a lot of the stocks we've had as wave 4 here have moved higher, and that's fine, and a lot of other stocks are moving lower as well. So this could still be an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave down to this point here. So, but anyway, that will help with the long side of that. Now I want to quickly go back over Mondays and Tuesdays stocks, but I'm just going to do it quickly because we've got trades on them and I just really want to update those. So we're going to start with Alphabet. So Alphabet was one of those stocks where we also were looking for possible A wave, B wave, and C wave down here, and that still may be the case because we can have this as an A wave here, then an A and a B and a C wave here for the B wave to come into play here. There may be another little push up and down for wave 4 here. So that is highly possible, but at the same time we know we are looking for a move higher, so we have to buy a new high. So we've bought a new high here, but on half a position. So a thin line here is half a position, so that's where that is there. We talked about that last time anyway, and I'm just putting the stop down here at 1426. Not a high probability trade, but because we've got that looming wave 4 correction happening here, which is part of, you know, the S&P's sort of thing of that the ABC pattern we're going through at the moment. So not sure, but this market will want to push higher, and it's got good support on this 1400 here. The next level is a medium level here, 1500. So the next stock we want to have a look at is Netflix. So with Netflix, we're looking to move in on a little pattern above these, above this level here, the midpoint here, so that's in there. But we're also going to lock into some profit into this situation here, because we could probably count this up as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here and 5 up to here. So we could pull back into this space here before moving higher here. So we want to lock some in here. We'll keep the stop down here at 442 for that, and we'll see how that travels as wave 3 here, an A and a B and a C for wave 4 here, impulse wave for 1 and 2 here, and then looking for the third wave up through here that could be in place already at this point here, and wave 4 to pull back, and so on here. So we just want to protect ourselves a little bit here. So when I say protect ourselves, if the market comes down and stops us out, you want to be at least at break even. Okay, if it pulls back in a corrective pattern, we'll look to get back in and build that up into the next level there. Nvidia, I don't think much is happening with this stock, so I don't need to do much there. That's just traveling up. I didn't have a trade on that. That's fine, but target still to the upside for that at the medium level 400. And then we want to have a look at Tuesday stocks, which was Apple. So Apple's the first one off the rank. So that's moving up nicely here in the bigger picture from wave 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then we're looking up to wave 5, which is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. We have trades on this here on the hourly chart, I think. So we've been triggered in here. I'm going to leave the stop out of the way here at 342. Once this pulls back in, we're moving into group 2 now, 65, 72 and 80. So from 300, which is a major trading level, to the medium trading level here of 400, we use the Fibonacci numbers 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8 here to break down the problem of into group 1 midpoint and group 2. So we're going into group 2, so we can expect the market to vibrate in there somewhat, and that will play out as wave 3 and 4. I want to hold through that and move up to the 400 before we get out of this particular trade for this. So I'm just going to leave that, and that's all done. And Facebook. Okay, so Facebook here, so we're looking at wave 3 here with an A and a B and a C here for wave 4, and we're looking for a move up to the 250 area through here. It's possible to count this up here as a little 5 waves and a pullback here. I want to keep the stop out of the way here on this one, but looking good at this stage, so we'll just stay with this particular stock as well through here for this. Yeah, look, it'll probably come back and find these tops here as support. So we could probably put in this level here. It'll probably come back and test the 240 there and find support on that, and then move up from that point there. We can move the stop up here. Let me think about this for a second. Yeah, damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's kind of not worth taking profit at that small amount there. But then again, there's not much more to go to the upside either, is there? Give it a bit of thought. I'll let you do what you need to do with it. But I was basically looking at this here as 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. But you know, markets just love big numbers, so it will just want to get up there. I don't want to see a loss play out here either, though. I'll tell you what, let's say that if the 40 here becomes the retested resistance through here, that means it's got to come through, got to come back here, and then drop through here. All right. So we'll move our stop to that point there. Better to have a small loss than a bigger loss. So we'll put that there, but it doesn't mean that it's at that price. Do you know what I mean? It's just under that low here. So that first low below the level. So like if this came through here and created that low and went back and tested it there, then we want to stick it under this low here. You with me? So, and if it gets breached at that point, then we can get out, and that way we're just taking, you know, taking a coffee loss. Okay, so that's that. And Amazon. So we've got a few positions in here. What we want to do here is, this market probably want to move up further, but we're taking some profit. I think we talked about this anyway. So I'm moving the stop to 2,666, which I think I mentioned yesterday. We're going to take part profit anywhere between, I mean, I go for the 2,772. That's what I do because of the levels. But I think we talked about anywhere from above the 2,750 to the 2,800 area. Take something off the table at that point there. And this market can certainly move higher. But let me just have a look on the tick chart here just to regather my thoughts on this. Might have to go to 20 ticks, I think. Oh, I haven't updated it before I yak, but that's okay. Yeah, these ones and twos here, I can see that these have got the third wave. It hasn't really played out yet, so we can look at this moving a little bit higher here for this, so we'll just leave that there. And I could have this counted wrong here, as I mentioned before with all of this. I mean, in terms of from the low here, I've had this counted out as 1 ABC for 2 here, just counting from the low to the upside. Don't need to worry about that there as such. That was just me talking yesterday about that. 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then looking for the extension in the fifth wave. So this is a massive extension in the fifth wave. So this count is probably not right. We're probably better off, not that one, I want the blue one there. Still can't grab that. So we've probably got a third wave up here somewhere for this, you know. We could move our stop up though, that's not a problem. So we can move it up to, we're in group 2 here. This shouldn't pull back much further. So I'll just put this under here. So that's at 26.96. That's where we'll put that. I just want to change that, 26.96. 26.96. It's not a big step up, but it's a step closer. Yeah, so, and it's probably not even that 3, it's probably copying that, it's probably this third wave here as well, and this one's still got higher to go, so we should push up. I mean, we can insert one thing I'm reasonably sure about, we should expect a correction at 28 here. It should stay within group 2. Group 2 is not that one, is 65, 72 and 80. So it should stay within this space here. So we'll just keep an eye on that. We don't need that anymore. That was just a little, we're just going to take some profit above that 27.50 area there. It's done, so we don't need that. And that's that. I'm just going to leave it at that. I just wanted to catch up on those stocks. I was just trying to find a way that, and I do those 3 stocks each day. However, you know, we've got, I don't know, there's probably 10 trades on at the moment, and they need a bit of management. So I'm just trying to develop a way to manage that. That's easy for me to do because I've got a lot of work, and I still want to add more markets to our list. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in, and thanks very much for your support. I really appreciate that. Thank you.